Good afternoon, everyone. So we have very less strength so far. So we have just 30 participants so far. So we can wait for another couple of minutes. Let's just, our count should increase at least 40 so that we can start. Or else, okay. So meanwhile, you can, if somebody has any issue or maybe somebody has any doubt, do let me know. Okay. Or else, let me just go back to, where actually I have left out. So guys, I'm waiting for your response. At least somebody should tell me, like, do you have any doubt on, where we have left and what actually last time we have covered so far. So please do let me know if still somebody has any doubt, somebody has having any confusion on the same. So please do let me know. So if I do remember, like, we have covered past multiple, how to pass multiple iterator to map function, and where we have passed two different lists, and I have done some sort of mapping on the same, no doubt so far. Okay, so far. Okay, so I have done mapping on the same, and then uh, we have got our output. I think that's all which we have covered so far. So let me just go back to the Jupyter notebook where actually we have left out. Okay, now guys, we have enough participants to start. So let me just share my screen. Okay, I hope everybody would be able to see my screen. So that is what I have covered so far here. Let me disable annotation for others. Yep. So this one I was, covered last time, and I was about to show you normal function versus lambda function, so what exactly the difference between both. So you can see it's a pretty much simple, and I have showed you one other example as well, what exactly the difference between these two. Okay, if you still you wanted to look, you just have a look into it. It's a just, I have given just some function, and it returns x plus y, and I'm calling with the name of sum. So instead of here defining one function, I'm using def keyword. Instead of that, if I'm gonna use just lambda and two variables, which is nothing but the x and y, if I'm gonna do x plus y, and I'm calling from what with the name, so it's a nothing but the identifier I'm calling in the case of lambda function. Okay, so I guess it's a pretty much simple, and let us just move on to further thing. So in map, if I'm not mistaken, I have covered somewhat these kind of example as well. Map calls a given function on every element of a sequence. So which is, I was explaining you, like, when I was doing some sort of double or maybe doubling all the elements, or even I have done the multiplication if you wanted to do with two. Okay, so what all elements are present on your list, and you just making a multiplier of 2, and of course whatever present in your list, that should be multiplied by 2, and the resultant output you should be getting in front of you. Apart from that, what else I would say? Guys, just hang on with me, as I am facing issue on my Jupyter notebook. I don't know why, but yeah, we should have to wait for some time. Anyway, meanwhile, I'm gonna cover some more map. So this one I have already covered. If you have two different lists, how exactly you have to make a sum. So if you will see here, I have just pretty much defined different way. Here I have just used one print statement, and inside that I have just mentioned everything in one line. So hope you have remembered this thing when I was explaining you about this one. Okay. So here, how many lines of code you feel like you have written? So here you have written, N1 and N2, and then, a result. For result, you are just mentioning list, and here you are writing. So if I'll count it, it's hardly 4 lines of a code. Now, same thing I wanted to, do using only one line. So how I'm going to do that? So that is what I can do from here. So here I have clearly mentioned we can also apply a map to a function taking more than one argument, then work with two or more lists. So let me just copy this and let me copy onto the Jupyter notebook. So beware with me. Let me see my Jupyter notebook is still working or not. So I guess that is comes in, yep, pretty much fine. So let me see where we were. Okay. Yep. 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 Yeah. So I got my position where exactly I was. So yep. So let me here write again one more map function, same map function. Okay, let me share first of all my Jupyter notebook. Yes, here map. Now here I'm just gonna write like this. So inside print, I'm gonna use map function, and inside that I'm just gonna use lambda. So above part you can say I have written past multiple iterative to map function. Same thing I'm doing here. Just my these things are getting changed. So instead of if you want to use this, so better to use this. Yeah. Now you can see if I'm gonna run this, I will get exactly the same output. Oh, my bad. Why I'm getting this? Anyone? Any guesses? This is what I'm doing mistake. Is that what? Yes. Yes. Now, guys, you can see how I have reduced lines of a code using lambda function. Though I in both the code I have used same lambda function, but the way I have used this lambda function is pretty much different than the way previous one it is being written. Guys, are you with me or not? If yes, then you can see how clearly we have written. It's just sometimes we require optimization, code optimization actually. Okay. So at that time, at that point of time, we generally try to use these kind of thing, because sometimes you don't require to write so many lines of a code. Okay. So let me just with this we can say like we have covered map function. So let me just go back to my map module. Yes. Now apply. So in very general context, you may not know ahead of time how many arguments need to get passed to a function. Sometimes it happens. Perhaps the function itself is a built dynamically. So sometimes it happens like you never know like how many arguments I need. So while making function, or maybe try to create something, some function in which you wanted to pass arguments. So even sometimes we were wondering how many arguments do we need to pass. Is it two, is it three, or is it having multiple arguments? So sometimes even I got confusion when I tried to create some function. So but in requirement document it was clearly mentioned like how many arguments do you have to take it. But sometimes it happens you never know how many arguments need to get passed to a function. Maybe that kind of argument you will pass on a runtime, or maybe on a dynamically you can say we will change. So the apply function calls a given function with a list of arguments which is being packed in a tuple. Okay. So how exactly we can use apply function, that is already I have mentioned clearly here. So see, first of all, for me, I am just creating one sort of table, in the table which contains city name along with some sort of number, you can say, like it's a kind of code which I am assigning here. So it's nothing but you have to first import numpy and pandas. Okay, then only you can do further step. So first of all you have to import this, because I am going to create one kind of series kind of thing. So if you want me to allow me some time, so let me go back to my Jupyter notebook and let me create the same thing. So let me write here apply function, and I'm gonna write the same. Okay, so in apply function, what I'm trying to do is I just need to import anyway, means I have already imported long back, or maybe you can say like in the beginning of this entire, but still for the time being, at least you should not confuse so much, so that otherwise you will come up tomorrow and by saying like, sir, my code is not running, why so at least you should get clarity on this. So what I'm trying to write here, I'm just wanted to create same program as in. So let me share you my screen so that yes. So I have just imported two library, you can say, or this is nothing but the numpy and as well as pandas. So now in the next step, what I am trying to do is I just wanted to create one of the series which contains nothing but, so that series will come from PD, because PD is nothing but the pandas, that is panda series. And here we need to write, I just wanted to give city as well as um, a code of that city. So first of all, how I'm gonna do that, you just need to write here some sort of code, maybe 13 or maybe 15, whatever. It depends on you what exactly you wanted to write here. And here I just wanted to give indexing. So and if while giving indexing, you have to just write all the cities name. So I'm trying to use my few cities name. So here I'm gonna write Bangalore, and then I'm gonna write here Hyderabad, and then I'm gonna write here Mumbai. I hope this makes some sense for you. Okay, so now what exactly the output it is going to give you. So let me just print what exactly the output is. Oh, series. So it is saying series, no attribute. Pandas has no attribute series. So what exactly mistake we have done? Anyone, any guesses? No one, no guesses. Okay, fine. So series doesn't have, series has a capital letter. Okay. Now if you will run this, you will get this. Now you can see here what I have written. I have just created one sort of a series, okay, and giving the index. So here it's a kind of code, and in front of that their city's name. So I'm just giving the index, and in index, in front of index, I'm just providing that values. Okay. So for that sake, I need pandas, because pandas having that kind of series. Now with this we have enough thing in our hand. Now I wanted something to be applied on one of the column. So here I want to apply, or maybe you can say like, I wanted this to be double. So my one column, or maybe you can say like the city code has to be doubling kind of figure. Now my output should be Bangalore should remain the same. In front of that I need 22, Hyderabad I need 46, Mumbai I need 30. What I'm trying to do is I'm gonna write here, I want to make it double. So first of all, you need to define one of the function. So I'm just trying to write function, and I want to make a double of that. So let me just create one of the function name, which is nothing but the multiply, you can say. And here I just want to give a argument. Now once I have given the argument, what I'm trying to write here is, now my agenda is to use lambda function here as well. So what I'm trying to do here, tell me, anybody, any guesses? So this is just a function, I want double of my input. So for that sake, you need to just write return x into 2, because I want double. Whatever comes in x, that need to be doubled. Okay. Now how exactly that can be done? You can see here, if I'm doubling this, then I need to run this code. So it's just a definition, function definition. I haven't done anything on it. So I'm just doubling it. Now, now I'm going to use lambda function here, and I wanted to apply the same lambda function on s. So s is what? S is what? So my S is, you can see here, the one of the series. Now in series, I want S dot, let me write here dot, because S contain this entire series, S dot. Now I am gonna write apply, and inside here I wanted to write something. Something is nothing but, I wanted to apply the same thing has to happen on this entire thing. So what I'm trying to do here is, I need to call that for same function, and the same function will give you what? So you need to call the same function, which is nothing but the multiply. Okay. So let me write here multi, this one. What I'm trying to do here, I just called a function this series with apply, and I'm calling this function name. Okay. So now what happens, whatever present in my series, wherever, or maybe you can say like I wanted to double it, so I'm gonna just call this, and my things are getting doubled, because this Bangalore, Hyderabad and Mumbai, these are nothing but the index. So index won't get any any changes. Now, so let me run this, and we will see whether we will be getting the changes or not. So let me run this. Yes, we are getting the changes. Now you can see earlier our output is Bangalore 11, 22, 15. Now we are getting Bangalore 22, 46 and 30. So guys, with this, and this is the place where exactly we generally use apply. So this is nothing but it's a simple example, and multiple times what happened, you have already created function, and you wanted to change, you wanted to do some changes on that function. So what you need to do is, what changes you wanted to do, just create another function for that particular changes and write some sort of expression on it, and then you have to call the same function by applying apply. Okay. So is there any confusion so far, guys? Anybody? Anyone, please raise your hand or raise your voice if you have still any confusion or any doubt. So after a long time, I have seen like our strength is pretty much good, which is really appreciating. So anyway, means guys, these are very, you can say like we have very few classes left for us. Maybe you can say like another 10 classes hardly. So I just want your attention, proper attention to on each and every classes, because I am gonna cover now. I will give you more practice in this sessions, last sessions, and at least I'm gonna cover GUI, how exactly in Python you can make the GUI. Okay. Apart from that, I will cover these, and maybe I will give you a walkthrough about one of the case study which is being used in an industry. Okay, guys. So now, so far, any confusion, any doubt? Otherwise, we can move on. I just wanted to get acknowledgement from you guys so that we can move. You should take at least 1 minute to see what exactly I have done so far. Okay. Meanwhile, I can drink my water. So I'm getting responses from someone. I don't know what exactly it is. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, 525. What about others? Okay. So I'm getting responses from you all. Everybody is saying like there is no doubt, sir. Okay. That's pretty cool. Now let me share and go back to, again the same screen where my presentation lies. Okay, guys. Yeah. So you can see in the note I have clearly mentioned apply can handle functions defined with def or with lambda. So if you have observed this, the example which I have showed you, we have used def. We haven't used, lambda function. We haven't used lambda function anywhere. Guys, have you seen that or not? If you haven't seen, just look into it in front of you. I have clearly written the code and I have shared with you all. You can see like nowhere I have used lambda function. Okay, I have used def keyword to define the function. Now my point is to achieve the same output using lambda function. So what I need to do is, tell me guys, anyone, any suggestion? I am just seeking your suggestions. Same code I need to write. Okay, instead of def I wanted to use lambda keyword. So I want in my inbox your output, or maybe you can say like you just write two lines of a code because it requires only one line of code. You just give me one line of code so that I can code it. Here the condition is the example which I showed you. I haven't used lambda keyword, I have used def. Okay, now my function where I have used def keyword. Now what I want from you all, try to use lambda function to get the same output and to achieve the same requirement. Anyone, any guesses? No guesses so far. What do I understand with that? Yesterday I have covered almost everything in lambda function. Now I'm asking at least one favor from you all to give me some sort of hint what exactly I can do, sir. But nobody is trying to give me a hint. Guys, instead of def I wanted to use lambda. I need your out. Okay, this is pretty good. Who's that one? 558. Okay, thank you so much, 558. You are absolutely correct, but I wanted to know where exactly I should use this, guys. Okay, 520. Okay, yes, you are also correct, but you have missed something. Now 558, you are absolutely correct with everything. Just wanted to know where exactly I should be using this. Anyone else? These two people have done, some, they have given me answers. So I just wanted to know from others as well. I wanted to listen from others as well. Anyone? Or 55558, can you please correct this? You have done absolutely everything correct. Just wanted to know where exactly you had to write this. Anyone? Anyone? Any guesses? Okay. Okay, now 558. you have suggested me this, and you have absolutely correct. So let me show you what exactly 558 has suggested. Now everybody would be able to see my Jupyter notebook. Now what I'm trying to say is, now I want to use apply with lambda function. Now what 558 has suggested is this one. So he or she is perfectly fine with this logic, but I have asked where to apply this. Okay. So now your S is already being created. So let me run this again. Okay, fine. Now I don't want to run these things. My S is already ready. Now I wanted to use something like S dot apply, and here what I wanted to write, lambda x into 2. Are we clear? It's just one line of a change. That's it. Nothing else. And I can't even say like it's a line of a change. It's just argument, the way argument you have passed. Let me run this. You can see the same output which we were getting in the previously, the same output, same kind of output we are getting using the lambda function. Now, what is the difference do you feel like? How many lines you have saved? Guys, how many lines of a code you have saved? In front of you, the code has been given, and I have clearly mentioned here what exactly I have done. Now I am asking how many lines of a code you have saved. No one, no guesses. Guys, you can see here I have earlier used these 3 lines. Instead of these 3 lines, I have tried to use only 1 line. So total 2 lines of a code I have saved. Okay. Are you with me? Yes. Okay. Perfectly fine. Now, let me again, okay. Before move on, I want the square of entire thing. So what exactly I need to change? I want here, I wanted to write something like, now I want my requirement has to be changed. Now I want a square of the numbers which is given. Guys, what exactly the changes need to be done here? So, okay, somebody has pinged me. Thank you so much for quick response. Wow, 520. Thank you so much. You are absolutely correct. But this time I need at least 5 to 7 answers. 5 to 7 people has to answer this. 558, you are also absolutely correct. I'm just giving you, a minute for you all. Just quickly save it, or maybe quickly run it. Or if you don't want to run, just quickly send me a message. So apart from 558 and 520, I am thinking like, okay, you guys are not listening properly, because if you guys are listening me properly, then at least I should be getting 2 3 responses from you all. So it's I don't know, somehow I don't feel good actually if I'll get this kind of a responses from you all. So your strength is almost 55, and you guys are just responding, only two guys are responding. What does that I mean? So you guys want me to stop here, and you want me to close my session today's itself. So if you want like this, so I want to get something from you all, but nobody is replying. At least two people are replying. Guys, it's not it's a, I don't know how you guys are still listening to me, but somehow I don't feel good. At least I should get some responses from you all. What I have asked, instead of this I want a square of the numbers. It's just a logic, nothing beyond it. How I will get a square of a some particular number? How do you do that? How do you get 2 square when you will multiply number by itself? And I have still got only two answers. So if you want to keep your headphone, like put your headphone on your ears, and then you just move on and you just roam around in and around your home or house, that is what you're trying to do with my class. If yes, then please don't do that. I'm clearly saying, you guys, I'm not going to give you a single marks, okay, if you are not responding on my class from the next time onwards. It's a hardly 10 days still, and I am already, if you don't, if I don't know whether you guys are believe me or not, but I have already created one sheet in which I have clearly mentioned few people's name or roll number, those who are quickly responses in my class. I used to get acknowledgement from them. Rest of all others, these people are sitting idle in my class. So I have in hand, and I have in my sheet those all names, roll numbers, everything. So if you want something, some marks on your assignment kind of thing, or maybe on a practical, you can say, then at least you should have to respond it once. Okay. Yeah, so what I'm trying to do is, here I want a square of the number. So what I will do, just instead of this I will just write x, that's it, nothing else. So let me run this. You can see our number was earlier what, 11, and then our number was 4, what is that, 23, and then our number was 15. So you can see like what is the square root, square of that, 111 square is what, 121. 23 square is 529, and 15 one is 5225. Okay, now again let me go back to my slides. Yes. So as I was stating this, apply can handle function defined with def or with lambda. Let me move on to the next. This example I have given to you guys, okay, previously, and then just changed x into x to get the square. That is what I wanted to show you all. Now Some more general apply is apply can take a third argument, which is nothing but the dictionary of a keyword argument. Okay, so here in function I have just clearly mentioned def, name, argument, argument and all. Okay, and here I'm just gonna use apply keyword, or maybe you can say like the three arguments, which is nothing but the dictionary of a keyword argument. So let me take this to you. Everyone should be quite aware about the same session. So let me write like general apply. Now it is saying apply can take third argument, which is dictionary of a keyword argument. Now let me just share with you all. Let me go back to Jupyter notebook so that I can show you what exactly I was doing when I was kept quiet myself. Yes, you can see here how exactly I can take the even third argument. So here in name argument I have just used a single star as, then in double k args. Okay, now here I wanted to print both of that. Yes. Okay, now apart from that, what I was giving here is I'm just passing args as 1.2 and 1.3 and k args as 2.1, 3.4, like this. Now here I'm just trying to combine both. So name args is where, from where I will get name args. Name args is my function, so I'm calling this function. Okay, and then args, krgs. So these are nothing but my what, my another arguments. Okay, now let me run this. Okay, anybody, any guesses what output should we get? Any doubt? So let me run this. So here it is saying apply is not defined. Why we are getting like this? Apply is not defined. Anyone? Any guesses? Where exactly you need to improve? So guys, if you get some error, then you have to quickly look into your previously some statement which I have written. So guys, that is where you have to look and you have to find out. So if that skill will develop in you, then there is, you can face any interview, you can do anything. And here, just for the sake of checking your knowledge, I have just kept my input like this. and I thought like at least I should be, get some responses from you all, but I am not getting anything from you. Okay, somebody has said something, thank you. So it must be 520 or 558. Okay. Yep. Okay, somebody has says name as dot apply. Okay. So no, that is the function. That's what I'm trying to say here. That is the function. Name aus dot apply is not possible here. Anyone? Any guesses? Okay, if you want, then let me try that. If you want me to, still you have some confusion, so let me write that also, because this exercise I have just taken out for you, and I'm truly speaking, I will not do until unless you will not solve this. You can see here it is saying function object has no attribute apply. Okay. Anyone? Anyone? Any guesses so far? No. I know like you people will take much more time than this. Anyway, I really don't want to do anything, but if you want I can show you the output as well, but yeah, I don't want to show now. Yes, apart from that we were covering, filter, and in like filter I have, yesterday I have covered this. Like map, the filter function works on a list. Unlike map, it returns only a selected list of items that matches some criteria, which is perfectly fine. So when we were dealing with, say this filter, when we were, explaining about this, you might have seen our problem statement where we need to, get the list of a odd number, sorry, even number which is present in entire list. So that means we wanted to filter out something from the list which matches some condition. So that is what condition I have written, x modulo 2 is equal to 0. That is what the condition. Okay. Now, I hope everybody will be having clarity on this. Now again, let me just touch upon one of the new function, which is nothing but the reduce. So here reduce is like a map, but it reduces a list to a single value. Okay. So like map, you might have seen if you have created list having 3 values or 3 items, then if you might have used map, you must have got the same list with 3 what? 3 items, because map function will apply on each item. It won't, or it will not going to reduce it. Okay, so that is why I have clearly mentioned in a definition, reduce is like a map, but it reduces a list to a single value. So whatever present in my list, that is going to be reduced to a single value. And here each operation acts on the result of the last operation. Anyone? Any doubt so far? No? Okay. So for reduce function, we have to import function tools. Okay, because that is not available freely. Or you can say like, means the way we are trying to use map and filter, we won't get this like that. So when I see each operation here acts on the list of the last operation and the next item in the list. So now if you will use the same thing on an entire list, then you will get one single answer which applies on entire item of a list, which is nothing but the exactly opposite of what? Opposite of what? Anyone? Opposite of what? Opposite of map, you can say, because in map, whatever how many items are present inside that, the same number of output or same number of items we will get in the output. But here you won't get same number of output, because this is the reduce function. It will reduce your out or your items to a single item. So let me just perform the same thing for you all. So guys, I am gonna share my Jupyter notebook. So first of all, what we need to do, so this is the homework or assignment which you need to figure it out. I don't know how exactly you will figure out, you have to figure it out. Now here I'm gonna write reduce function, and here first of all what I said, import func now I'm writing func2s dot anyone, we are doing reduce, so we have to write reduce. Now here what we are trying to do, anyone, no one guesses. Now I'm gonna write here lambda, and here x comma y, I should be getting x plus y. Okay, will it be okay? Yes. Now this is what one of the argument you can say. Another argument has to be is what? I need to pass something here. Something, maybe you can pass some list. So I'm gonna pass here 5 comma 3 comma 7 comma 8. Okay, now let me run the same thing. Okay, tell me what would be the output? What would be the output? I am expecting output from you all. As I said, you will get single output. Now what would be the output? Okay, 23, 23, 23. This time I got another new name. Thank you so much for that. So Should I wait for, one more minute or two more minute, or should I, run this? If you want to give an answer, I need right now answers. Guys, please be active in my class. And if you will if you will active in my class, definitely you will not get anywhere any doubt. Slowly, I am getting outputs from you all. Now, few people have asked their neighbors, and they have asked like, what would be the output? Okay. Anyway, means the whoever has responded, everyone is almost correct. So let me run this. Yeah, we will get 23. Okay. Okay. Now, what else? Maybe we can cover some more thing on a already use, but it would require for me, one more another day, or maybe we can say one more day for this to finish, and then we can start GUI. Okay, guys, we have covered almost everything. If you would want me to just give you a glimpse about your Python syllabus, I don't know. Guys, do you have Python syllabus on your hand, or maybe what? Otherwise, let me just share with you all your Python syllabus, and then I'll just give you a glimpse about what exactly I was talking about. So let me just share with you everything. Okay, this one is your syllabus. Okay, no sir. Okay, fine. So let me just share with you all. Okay, so this is what the syllabus which I got from your college, and here in unit 1 I have covered almost everything. In unit 2 I have covered almost everything. Unit 3 also I have covered most of the things. Unit 4 I have covered pretty much entire thing. Just case study, I have given one case study, but I need to give another one more case study for you all. Maybe I'm thinking like I can show you two different case studies, because one case study would require at least 2 to 3 days to explain you, because it's a proper case study. So that is why I am keeping everything to be at the end, so that you get more clarity. Unit 4, unit 5, I have almost covered everything till here, and now I need to cover graphical user interface and till this one. Okay, and so far everything would be covered. Yes. So guys, just want reply from you all. I don't know how many of you have noted down this, because this is nothing but your exercise. You need to just correct this program, because intentionally I have created something on this, and you have to make it correct. Okay, apart from that, nothing else from my end. Now I would like to know from you all, if you want, or maybe if you would have something which you wanted to discuss, please do let me know. Guys, please ask something, acknowledge me some, in a decent way, because sometimes it happens, because you are also working from your home, or maybe you are doing, you are attending from your home, and I'm also working from outside. So at least you should respond, maybe make my class to be more interactive, so that I would also come for the next time. Otherwise, it happens like sometimes I don't take classes, in some colleges. So please don't make me into the, that's the kind of situation, because truly speaking, if I will cover one subject, definitely you will get some sort of good content from me, from my side, and at least you should be able to convey the same thing to everyone. Because it's not, if you will look into the Google, or you if you wanted to search everything, nobody would be covering this kind of activity, or nobody would be covering this kind of a syllabus. but I am myself putting a lot of efforts to get clarity on everything, each and everything I had made myself to be very simple. Truly speaking, I haven't taken a single topic which you might have felt like, sir, it is very complex. No, I that topic was complex, but I made it very simple, very clear for you all. You don't believe? To give you 1 hour lecture, I generally used to take 2 hours for myself before one night, and I used to prepare slides, and I used to prepare everything, you can say. So at least I am putting effort for you all, and you are not putting even 1 hour. So that is really shame for you all. Okay, at least you should listen to me properly. At least you should follow me. Whatever I say, whatever I speak, whatever I write, at least you should get that. In this way you will learn, otherwise you will never learn anything. Truly speaking, if you won't get, because this is the future. Truly speaking, this is the future. The way we are you know taking the classes, this is the future. So at least you should make more interactive session. I'm trying my best to interact with you all, but sometimes I don't get it. Okay, with this we can close this session. Thank you so much for it. Okay, we'll meet you tomorrow. Okay, bye bye.